Rawr. Well, it looks like the game isn't up on this set, so I'll fix that real quick. Oh, that makes sense. The last game I played was
May I pray for anything
Split
specific
Fiction.
for you? It would be my honor.
There we go. Alright, picking up the story again. Yes, my lord. Give everything to passage. Huh? I believe this letter belongs to you. Who's Jojo? Huh. Oh, that's a whole other quest. Hey, Gil. Thank you. How are you?
Now, if you'll please just follow me.
How are things?
One moment, please. I shall inform Milady of your arrival.
Sure you will. Ah!
Necessary. To keep our honored guest waiting would be most improper. Especially when it was I who extended the invitation.
Ah, she's here.
Cantarella Phasalia, 36th matriarch of the Phasalia family. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. Honorable Laureate, the new crown of the Carnival.
Have you seen my crown? No. Just...
Very well. If you insist, I see no reason to refuse. You may also call me Cantarella. Now, shall we proceed to my study?
She wants to be studying something. Yeah, definitely not wrong there, Gil. It's been some time, honored guest. May day be as tranquil as a sea beneath the clear sky. See how the Vasilios greet others? Yes, this blessings is one of the few traditions our family carried with us before settling in this land. They have long made our home here. Our devotion to the sea has never wavered. Interesting. I'm gonna look around before. I'll go ahead and head on up to her. Yeah. They've got echoes here too. Looks like a door. Hey, wake up. I'm not slacking off. Thank goodness you're not Mr. Sebastian. I was just, setting the mood. Keeping things relaxed is befitting my family's reputation. Yeah, sure. I'm the best poisonsmith and make the head of the Vasilias notice me. Why not a pharmacist? It's because they... Sorry for not remembering my manners before, honored guests. You mean becoming a pharmacist like Miss Rosemary? Rawr! Hey, Neo. Fortunately, those with Vasilia blood can farm. I missed it.
Onwards.
I just had a salad. I'm doing alright. Why hasn't the Sentinel statue been left unattended and covered in dust? This is far too disrespectful. Did you put it that way and just have someone clean it? Understood. You're so rigid, Miss Berta. Sentinel isn't going to be bothered by a little dust. Sentinel won't be bothered because they are divine, but we mortals will. Don't let laziness creep into your heart, even the small things. You're doing alright? Glad to hear it, Neo. Wait, how do I do the walk? There we go. Oh, nothing suspicious in here. I'm sure it's safe. I'm sure this is all perfectly safe.
Won't you have a seat?
Again, I do love Femrover's design.
I hope you'll accept this tea as my way of apologizing for the incident with Gilberto. Members of the family may have troubled you, but there is no stain that can't be washed away. Every sorrow has its own way of fading, don't you think? You still hold a grudge? Won't you accept my apology?
I've seen her trailer.
I see. Let's set aside such past unpleasantness for the time being.
I don't trust Petite.
I invited you here to ask that you might serve as a mediator.
Before we get into that, there's something I want to know.
I imagine it concerns the Phasalia family's true beliefs. It would seem Gilberto's mind is beyond saving. But let's not dwell on that. What is your opinion on the current state of Raguna?
Peaceful in a way that feels wrong. Yeah.
So you've noticed something is amiss? As expected, from someone who's felt the weight of a Threnodian invasion firsthand. And what exactly do you find most unsettling?
Why haven't the Threnodian and the Sentinel ever shown themselves?
Because the Threnodians' invasion of Raguna has long since concluded. The Threnodian, so named Leviathan, possesses the power to merge and assimilate. It uses distorted beliefs to spread a spiritual plague that slowly devours civilizations from within. Though the previous two attempts were thwarted, the tall mast of the galleon that is Raguna has already been snapped in half. Now the blissfully ignorant masses walk hand in hand toward an abyss they cannot see. Friend or foe? As a newcomer to this land, can you really tell them apart?
Flying the Order worships the Nodian. Just talk, given how strange your family's been acting.
Yes. And no. On one hand, there's the truth of the Order's beliefs. On the other, there's our family. The Threnodian doesn't take kindly to those who know the truth. We've always been under its whispers. Once the soul fractures, the mind will follow, until only a puppet remains. Now that we've come this far, there's nothing for me to hide. My only hope is that once you learn everything, you will carefully consider my request.
Interesting.
Come. The truth you seek lies in the deepest part of the castle.
Okay, let's head to the deepest part of the castle.
It's thick with dust. Hard to believe they're truly worshipping it.
Curious about that statue.
The aroma from these plants. It's the same scent that was in the study.
These are violacas. They produce a unique fragrance, wouldn't you say? Violacas are a vital ingredient for our elixirs. It even has a soothing effect on its own.
I knew these were
This
doors.
is it.
Wait for it to open.
Are you prepared?
Yes.
Yes.
Now that we're here, I'm afraid I can't let you leave. Even if you want to.
Well, you know, that's not concerning at all. You sat so fast on your soul and you fractured it? Oh no. Hey, Isa. You're out of love or lube?
Just as I expected, the Threnodian took notice of you the moment you learned the truth. What you see in this sanctuary is the Sentinel in their true form.
I'm pretty good. Go ahead and shitpost all you want.
A majestic steed that galloped with the wind, not a creature of the ocean's depths. The Order worships a half-horse, half-sea creature divinity, a form the Sentinel assumed only after being corrupted by the Threnodian. Although the Sentinel's will has yet to fade, who knows how much longer they can endure. I wish to ask you to persuade the Sentinel of Jinzhou, Jue, to come to Renacita, to save Imperator.
Interesting. Yeah, it could. Right now, though, my new one's running well. Much easier said than done. Can't just, you know, have them abandon
In
their
return,
land.
I will agree to whatever condition or request you make.
Anything? Guy's still in the middle of recovery. Be honest. Yeah, something like that.
You are in. Word has it that you're currently staying at a hotel and are at odds with the Order. Perhaps a stay at my estate would suit you for the remainder of your time in Renacita. I can offer you a glimpse into Renacita's past, and you'd be spared the Order's unwelcome attention.
Not to mention that shit they're doing with the cartridges.
Carlotta once helped me interpret some stained glass images. The story it told was very similar to what you described, only more biased towards the Order. It mentioned a maiden who would emerge as the Sentinel's resonator and later save Renacida. Do you think that's also a lie?
Care to elaborate?
Describing the scene.
The part regarding the maiden isn't entirely fiction. The Sentinel does indeed appoint a maiden to be their resonator, though not in the way the Carnival would have you believe. No. It's through resonance with a very particular artifact.
I mean, so the only real reason to pick up a Switch 2 is if you want to play very particular Nintendo exclusives. Like, if you're really into Nintendo exclusives, fine, you know. But Nintendo really kind of... It's like... There's this post I saw on Blue Sky. On one hand, yeah, you could feel excited about the new games and stuff, but you could also criticize that they're raising the prices out of what is even normal, and like the PlayStation 5 already did, and they're trying to go even higher and stop making this like a price arms race up, you know? And some of the, yeah, $500 to play Pokemon is no nix. See, and that's fair. That's valid. I accept that. Like, the Switch one that we got, there were a lot more games that we played for it, honestly. Like, the Zeldas, the Pokemon, a couple others, but... It's just... But I don't like what they're doing with, like, their DMCA shit and their... cartridge is empty. All it has is a download code that lets you play the game. And if you don't have the cartridge, though, you can't play the game, but it doesn't have any game data on it. Like, what is the point of the physical cartridge at that point? And am I allowed to let other people borrow that cartridge? Or is, because of the way they set it up, it's just one console tied to one and only? I don't know yet. Yeah, absolutely agree with that, Neo. Like, I was not... Scam, go past that, because play one Switch game with an update on Switch 2, you need to pay for the update. Yeah, that too. See, that's some bullshit. It's like, oh, you know, sure, we'll do a little backwards compatibility if you pay up a little extra. Be like, no, that is so anti-consumer. And see, now I was a Sega Genesis girl, and yeah, I'm dating myself with that, yeah. But you know, I'm old as shit. But you know, my family was a Genesis console, was my first console, and then, you know, from Sega we went to PlayStation. We weren't big Nintendo. You only really care about Zelda anymore, see, and that's fair. That is fair. Like, I've never been big on the Mario Sega is stronger than you. Genesis does what Nintendo don't. Yeah, I was you know, Sonic the Hedgehog was my platformer, not Mario. Even though I didn't really keep up with the Sonic stuff after it got weird. But anyway. You know, like, Mario, Donkey Kong, like, those are cool and all, but it's like, I'm not desperately vying for them. I've never gotten to the, Fire Emblem series, even though I've heard good things and I want to try it. It's not a big deal to me. Zelda, yes. I like the Zelda games. I've liked them, you know. The only Nintendo stuff I had as a kid was a Game Boy and the Pokemon eventually and all that too. But I wasn't big on the home consoles for them. He was born the same year as the Game Boy, the OG brick. I don't remember what year that came out, but nice.
That's because Imperator wields the power to split and manipulate space. With it, they can withdraw a portion of power. That power's frequency will match the Imperator's own.
I'm just a little older than you, Neo, not much. Yeah, I did have the original brick. Technically I was born in the year Final Fantasy was made. First one.
This is how the Sword of Divinity, Turvin, came to be. A blade sealed with the very powers of the Sentinel, and the artifact used to select their resonator.
Such gonna get anti-capitalized, and such 2 is gonna be a such 2 Pro on your PC. Yeah, see, I did like Nintendo for their handhelds, you know, the DS, the 3DS. Those ones I kept up with a little bit, and I loved Pokemon. Pokemon was one of my things. But no, I don't know about the Switch 2. I've got a lot of misgivings.
To resonate with the sword is to resonate with the Sentinel. Only the Chosen One may hope to draw it.
Then what about Cardathea?
The martyred maiden.
Oh, one
The
moment.
nature of her resonance is unclear to me.
If you wanted, you could play your Pokemon game at 2K, 60 FPS on your PC. Stream them. Totally legal. You own the Switch and the games. See, and that, you know, that's fair. It should be.
Perhaps she resonated with the Threnodian, or perhaps with the Sentinel in its corrupted form. But choosing her could not have been the Sentinel's will. That's because the maiden was already dead.
Saying the real maiden was already chosen?
In the past, each year the Phasalia family would hold the divine trials to select those with the strongest will. These young women would attempt to resonate with Turvin's powers. While overclocked, of course. Though none succeeded, some saw fragments of the truth hidden within the resonance. I was one of them. There was a moment where I glimpsed the Sentinel's corrupted form and the inverted ruins suspended in the sky. I also learned that only Turvin can break the barrier of that sonorosphere. When I awoke from that vision, I discovered a line of words inscribed onto my hand. I would never mistake my own handwriting. That is precisely why I'm searching for other possibilities. The words were, "The maiden is dead."
Interesting.
An inverted ruin suspended in the sky. Her and Cardathea's descriptions bear many similarities. If Turvin is the key to entering the Sonaro sphere, it stands to reason that Imperator may have played a role in the sphere's creation. If I can confirm that Turvin was truly left by Imperator, at least it would prove that neither are lying. Cantarella said she was overclocking when she tried resonating with Turvin. That's exactly what happened with Jinshi. Could Imperator be trying to restore their power through a second awakening? If that's the case, my permission should cause a reaction. That's one way to confirm what they're saying.
Nice sword design out of 10. I like it. Mind if I tried to pull it out?
I suppose all that's left is its symbolic value. However, do handle it with care. It is a family heirloom. I've heard of your unique methods and formidable strength.
Like, one good thing about this is I like how the main character is actually pretty useful. Still. And I know some other gacha games, it's like they give you a main character, but they're kind of worthless after a little bit. I like this sword design too. Like, there's a lot of good design in this game. Character design, sword design,
Rover,
environment design.
who are you really?
Called her bitter.
The Sentinel's arbiter?
Well, I have some information and theories of my own. Care to hear them?
Please, enlighten me.
Okay, I'm thrilled about the conversation
I
you had
would
with
never have
Carthea.
imagined someone already considered a martyr could still be alive.
Lying in the bedroom, wow.
More is the connection you have with the Sentinel. We Thessalians revere Imperator as our one true divinity. And yet, here you stand, the arbiter of the Sentinel. Would it be more fitting to address you as Master?
Keeping it next to us is fine.
Then, I present my request once more. Are you willing to help rescue our Sentinel?
Y'all are
And
pervs.
pull Renacita back from the brink of chaos?
You know what? I am a little bit too sometimes, so it's fair. I mean, have you seen the tabletop nights lately? They've been getting to some interesting... What the fuck? Holy crap. Buy you a leash, woo. Wow. We have a deal.
Turvin can only serve its purpose while in your hands. You should have it.
The only question now is how we reach Carthea and Imperator Sonaro Sphere.
We can discuss it on the way.
So you are the one that Carthea sensed wandering outside the Sonaro Sphere.
A question that you already know the answer to. Why bother asking? Although being described as a jellyfish.
See it.
There is a
We just like
cable
Cacta
car in the
Inno.
lower levels of the Phasalia estate that leads directly to the Sonorosphere. The mechanism beside that wall can activate the lifts.
Are all these mechanisms really necessary?
Convenience isn't the only reason for having them. Some were specifically built in case an outsider decided to visit.
That makes sense. You're like Cacta and Inno. Totally Inno.
Why do the Thessalias have a cable car that leads directly to the Sonaro Sphere?
Before it became a sonorosphere, it was a seminary known as the Avenolium. The martyred maiden once pursued her studies there. A superficial harmony needed to be maintained between the Thessalias and the Order, and this underground cable car was intended to send scions of the family to school. The elevator is merely a later addition I had built for easy access.
The butt streams and multiple mommy last time. Oh, is this
You
one gonna
seem
have
perturbed.
a gun?
Are you still gathering your thoughts?
Everything that's happened has all lined up so perfectly. It makes me think it's too good to be true.
I'd like to share a different perspective. Rivers eventually converge into the same ocean. If a goal is mutual, then it's only a matter of time before they meet. Our choices and our will have led us to this situation, not the wishes of fate.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
You are quite different from what the rumors say.
It's treasure.
And what rumors have you heard?
That you're a recluse? A mystic obsessed with the crafting of poison. Oh, and that you poisoned your predecessor. Those kinds of rumors.
A
Fuck,
recluse?
he's
On the contrary, I've been searching for a solution to the Sentinel's plight, and rarely return to Renacita. After most of my leads fell short, a friend at Mingting in Huanglong introduced me to the stories they were telling of you.
A friend?
All the
Clearly.
affairs of Huanglong's states eventually land in one person's hands. Would you care to take a guess at the identity of this friend of mine?
Why not put the other rumors to rest?
Because the rest of them are all true.
Oh.
I see it'll take more than that to rattle you, huh? I assure you, this is no jest. We Thessalians have lived under the Threnodians' whispers for generations. Once the soul fractures, the mind will follow, until only a puppet remains. When the soul of the ruling head falters, Thessalia tradition dictates that the successor usher them into eternal slumber, with a
Interesting.
poison of their own making. My succession ritual, well, an unforeseen incident gave rise to whispers that sparked those rumors.
How long has this been going on?
For centuries. Every generation.
Again, really pretty, beautiful,
Outside,
beautiful
they
environment
call
design.
me the Bane, but historically every head of the Phasalia family has carried such a title. It just so happens that I am the most potent one yet.
Take us to a West restaurant.
We've reached the old seminary's undercrypt. The gateway into the Sonora Sphere itself lies at its center. We shall continue on foot from here.
Okay, let's get looking around.
Strange. This area was clear of tacit discords on my last visit. And there's no tacit field nearby. Could they have come from the Sonora Sphere itself?
Oh, that's cool.
Hey.
Didn't think there would be gull puffs here.
Interesting. I've never seen such little creatures before. The road ahead will not be an easy one.
What exactly happened here?
The second dark tide. It occurred right here at the Avenolium, the largest seminary ever built by the Order. It arrived on the very day the Blessed Maiden passed her trials and was crowned by the Order. A day when belief burned brighter than ever. And when the darkness came, none escaped. These days, what most people remember is the seminary disappearing into the
Oops,
sky.
one sec.
But in truth, The dark tide that should have spread across Rinasita vanished along with it. Yet due to a lack of records, the second dark tide slowly faded from memory. I was there when it all happened, still an ordinary member of the family, watching it unfold from a boat just outside the seminary. It wasn't until later.
Like, out of all the gacha games I've tried, which I've tried a few of the good ones recently, like not a lot of the old style ones, but like the good ones, this one's my favorite. Like, it feels really high quality. The devs actually seem to listen pretty well to feedback too. But it is really well done, I think. And, you know, character designs, environment designs, music, story is pretty good. Like, story was a little wonky in the beginning, but they seem to improve their storytelling as they've gone on. So I'm interested. I want to keep going with it. Shit, oh yeah, I was checking a setting. I think I was getting weird motion blur, and I don't really like motion blur. There we go. This motion blur one, I don't really like it much, but it also is still a little performance weird.
What a divine
Sometimes.
breeze.
Ah, shit. No, up. Go uppies. There you go. Oh, I could have just used that thing. I did not use that thing. I didn't see it. Like, the combat's, like, fun and it feels reactive, you know? The characters do feel different with how they fight.
Depths with me. Sink into the endless deep. Rush forth in fury. What we want has a way of appearing when least expected.
Like, the devs try to do a game like Kingdom Hearts with Tales of, see if they deal with game design. It's not planned to be an open world gacha. See, I would like that. You know, and I would like to see that as a non-gacha game too. Like, I'd pay for it. I'd buy it.
The gateway into the Sonorosphere is just on the other side of this bridge. This is the furthest I've ever managed to venture. Judging from the bits of information the Sentinel gave me, Tervin is the key to entering the Sonorosphere. And who can wield the Sword of Divinity but a blessed maiden?
But you said you left yourself a message saying that the maiden was dead.
That's why I sought aid from the other Sentinels.
I mean, that's fair. Some people love him, some people hate him. I hate when there's not enough really, like, story objective to tell me, like, where to start going so much. Because I'm very... I love heavy story-based stuff. I'm not as much of an explorer type. Whereas Cacta loves exploring. So Cacta loves the open world stuff more.
Laureate, you have come.
Yeah, exactly. I like that
Constantine.
better, he said.
And you are?
I like the story being the core.
Cantarella. 'Cantarella. 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 '
Phasalia. It seems your ties with the Order are more complicated than they appear.
I had the privilege of watching the Blessed Maiden's performance at the Carnival once. I'm rather surprised. After all this time, you still look exactly as you did that day. But you and I should be around the same age.
I'm also unsure of what's happened to me. I've been searching for answers. This must be the Sword of Divinity. Turvin. The one with the Sentinel's powers sealed within.
You shouldn't have knowledge of this sword.
Memories flowed into my mind just as you entered the Sonorosphere, granting me information about the sword's origins.
Interesting.
Cantarella said that only those who resonate with Turvin are granted glimpses of its knowledge.
Would you mind if I tried touching it?
Go ahead. Turns into a keyblade. No.
The question of whose resonator I am is now perfectly clear. If I am not
Wow,
the Sentinel's
I see.
resonator, then that must mean...
Don't jump to conclusions just yet. That doesn't prove you're the Threnodian's resonator, nor that you aid its cause.
Huh? This connection formed between the Sentinel and the Threnodian, the second Dark Tide, and the forming of this Sonorosphere.
Right now, you're the sole survivor of whatever happened that day. You really don't remember anything?
As you spoke, I remembered a few more things. There are two other swords. The Sword of Discord, Hognis, and the Sword of Virtue, Haltia.
You remember 3 pedestals?
Yes. Did you see them too? Placing the 3 swords on their respective pedestals should break the seal over the main tower. But why would this information be revealed to me now? Is this the Threnodians' doing?
If we do nothing, we'll never get any answers. Instead of speculating, we should use the clues we've gathered so far.
Lady Maiden.
Keyblade.
Please, Cartathea would suffice. I am but a fake after all.
I've waited for this moment. This chance to save the Sentinel. And my family. I will not turn back, even if this does turn out to be a trap. If the thought of the final answer troubles you, then I suggest you step aside. Rover and I will take care of this matter.
Since you are willing to overlook the possibilities of a trap, then there's no reason for me to worry and turn away. I underestimated your resolve. I'm sorry.
How do we get up there?
Simply place Turvin on the pedestal behind me, and this tower will elevate itself.
What you said to Cardathea back there,
I need to check something. I need to check a couple of things. Hold on. You know, this is limited, yes. What is this? Oh, for real. I love the design. Oh shit. Yeah, I don't know why my model's lagging a little bit. Trying to figure that out. Not sure you love it, but you don't hate it either. Let me pull her up over here.
The tides have whispered of your arrival.
No, I did, get her. No, I still like Zanny's design best, and I really want her, and she's coming up soon. But this is a good design too.
The tides have whispered of your arrival.
It's cool that it lets you see these things, like, in here. I never really looked at it. Just conjure a jellyfish and have a seat. I like that. You would have liked the skirt part of the dress a bit longer in the front. A bit more hidden cleavage. Yeah, I could see that, like, a little thing right here. A little bit longer in this part. Like, yeah, I wouldn't mind that. But again, I don't think any of it's bad design. Interesting.
Are you all right? The gravity that occupies this space is the opposite of what you're used to. It took me some time to get used to it too.
Why is it upside down?
I believe it's to prevent them from falling to the ground.
Them.
Tacit discords, the dark tide, and these ruins themselves.
I imagine it's also a symbolic reminder that our beliefs have been turned on their head. This view matches with what I saw at the time.
Until you get used to the gravity here, I suggest we travel via phone.
Oh, why
It's
is it
the name I gave to a gondola.
weird that it's pausing when I'm exiting the... Does help to get new viewers. Yeah, I wouldn't be against new viewers. But I like having the people I have already. I like it. It's not like I need... I want, to cycle anyone out, That makes sense. Why are you acting so weird now? Give me a moment. Set priority. Yes. All of those things are fine. To get new viewers, I need to be more regular. And D&D campaign really don't help. Well, I mean, I'm enjoying it. And I'm enjoying it, but I think that needs to not be the only thing I'm doing too. That's the problem. Is that's my one regular thing, but I need to do more things in between. So yeah, consistency is something I'm failing at. And I'm gonna exit the game for a moment and see what's going on. Interesting. I'm just trying to figure out a little something. Yeah, I mean, I need to finish uploading the VODs too. But yeah, I think I need to do a larger recap than I've done. Just give me one sec. Oh, right. I probably forgot about that. Hmm. No, I don't want to do that. Try it that way. I'm trying to figure out a couple of issues. Let's try it that way. Just a little test. Yeah, but I guess a large recap episode would be good. Hey, bye, all. Oh, did I lose sound now too? I'm having some weird sound issues as well. Okay, things seem to be running a little smoother at the moment. Again, really pretty design. And ads are running, so I do apologize. Okay, let's get this. We got that back. Just trash it. No. I guess we go up. There's the gondola.
This gondola only has 2 seats.
One sec.
Oh dear. I completely forgot about this.
How about I go with heavy work first? Make room for one more.
Greed will get you punished, you know.
I'm afraid Foam would refuse that suggestion.
The 2 of you can go on ahead.
You look distracted. Still thinking about what Cantarella said about fearing answers?
My powers are very weak. and many tacit discords roam the sonorosphere. Thus, I've been limited in the areas I can explore. All I can do is sit here, lost in thought, trying to figure out who I am.
Are you afraid of knowing the answer?
I am afraid, but not of the answer. We'll be arriving at the first water rise soon. A few details, if you don't mind.
Feeling nervous?
Of course. The last time I tried to pass it like this...
Oh, wow.
Where were my manners? I can assure you that won't happen again.
Oh, I'm sure
As
it
for the
will.
rest of the way, I see it clearly now.
Huh. We'll just duck over here.
Vines, over there. And that statue.
I can feel strong remnant energy coming from it.
The Order's remnant spark must be inside the statue. Legends speak of how the first Primus used it to purify the first Dark Tide. I see now. The lingering remnants of the Dark Tide must be trapping the spark. To release it, we'll need to clear away the remaining remnants binding it. Once we have the remnant spark, we can use it to burn through the vines.
Okay, we need a spark to burn through vines.
If the Threnodian created the Dark Tide, maybe Abby can absorb it.
Abby is still unwell. Perhaps we shouldn't burden it further. More Dark Tide remnants. Good thing there isn't much. Leave it to me. Don't worry. This much I can still handle.
Okay. She's gonna cleanse stuff. Got it. How am I supposed to do it? Oh, I just go up here and have it out. Okay. Alright, so it's a throw. And back into foam.
The vines are remnants of the Dark Tide. Foam won't be able to cross through them. Let's disembark here and find a...
Okay, so there's leading up here.
This calibrator seems to be operational. One moment. That should do it. Why don't you give it a try?
So this is the thing I think they took from Rebirth. Yep, it reminds me of... I think, but I want to look for something else before I go and jump in there.
Discovery. Leave it to me. Cherish every gain. The hour is upon us. Disperse.
Sounds like some of the lines are re-recorded too for Rover, but like same voice actor, which is good.
No hesitation. I sense your weakness. The end has come.
I do want to look at... Interesting. Alright, there's another treasure up there before I go and screw around with stuff too much. One over here too.
An unexpected discovery. Wind guide me.
I'm gonna try to get as much of the treasure as I can. Alright, let's fuck with gravity. Oh yeah, it is like... definitely like the Rebirth one.
It's turning. Rotate the gravity calibrator to change the direction of the gravity's pull. If we use this, we should be able to reach areas we previously couldn't.
Oop, I wanted sensor. Shit, don't fall. Okay, interesting. Another treasure down there. And anything out here? Oh, you've seen me play at puzzles. I'm really bad at them. Okay, I gotta go here first. But it's treasure.
Remnants of the past. Leave
Yeah,
it to
these
me.
things are... Yep, I knew they'd wake up.
Hopefully this helps. Bad timing. Hopefully this helps. Disperse.
I gotta get used... I don't use Rover a heck of a lot lately, but... I found a good use like recently, so... Those
Hurry.
puzzles seem
We need
puzzlings.
to purify the other statues before the Dark Tide's corruption returns.
Oh, they recontaminate? Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Come on. Do your thing. Here we go.
Sounds like Therm's getting impatient. Let's head back.
Seems like a new discovery.
Where? I knew there was something else I forgot. Oh, is it under me? Oh shit, it's inverted. No. Ah, fuck. Well, let's see what happens if I fall. Oh shit. Alright, let's flip it back. I'm gonna puzzle my face. Yes, my face can be quite puzzling.
Seems like a new discovery.
So where was it? Oh, I think it's above me.
Wind guide me. Sounds come forth. Hopefully this helps.
They're like little baby dragons.
Strike from the shadows. Ha!
One sec. One sec. Hi. Hi, how's it going? I'm actually going to stop stream for a little bit. Because, I'll probably be back in an hour. So, I'll be back in a little bit. See you soon.